Hello everyone. I think I finished my glue book. I've been working on it a lot lately, and I can't think of a whole lot more I want to add to it, so I thought I would do a flip. So the cover is made out of a granola bar box, and I just collaged on it. I was inspired by Kaged Fish. She did a wonderful tutorial on glue books, and I followed a lot of her suggestions. Really important, start with big pieces, work down to the small stuff. So there are 3 signatures here, and just thought I would do a little flip through and show you what I put in here. Mostly the materials I used were newspaper, magazine pictures, napkins, old greeting cards, wrapping paper. I had an old Life magazine photo book with an assortment of pictures in it, and I used some of those. I had some children's books, and I used pictures from those. This page has a lot of magazine page on it. I saw these portraits done by George W. Bush. They're from the book he put out of portraits of wounded soldiers. I really like his portraits, and I used a few of them in my book. This page is kind of a mishmash. I did it when I wasn't at home, and I really didn't have a lot of resources, just some magazines and newspapers. This page came out pretty colorful. I like it. To make my signatures, I used some of my jelly prints that I wasn't that happy with. I decided that would give me a nice colored background to start with. Christopher Walken, I put him in here because I really like him. And old greeting cards here. This was from the newspaper in the arts section. Some scrapbook paper, wrapping paper. I like the way this one came out. I wasn't too sure at first, but when I added these flowers, just made the colors really pop. I'm sure a lot of you recognize this napkin from the Dollar Tree. I had some Monopoly money, and I tried to add a little bit of it to every page. Another one of George W.'s portraits. I have to say, I like him a lot better now that he's not president. He certainly is a great artist. Children's book here. This was from a magazine. It's some kind of microbe. I like these little girls doing their dance recital. Decided to do one page all black and white. That's the first signature. This page came out very colorful. I used a lot of wrapping paper, napkins, old greeting cards, lots of flowers. This one had a lot of magazine page background. One of Kaged Fish's suggestions was to look for background papers that had an interesting design or texture, not so much a picture of one thing, but just a lot of texture. This one is pretty colorful. I'm not really happy with it, but it's okay. I didn't put a lot into this page, but I like the way it came out. I like the different sizes of flowers, big and small. This was from a magazine. It's a picture of a brain with the bird, so it made me think bird brain. This page could probably use a little bit more too. I found some good background papers here. This is a picture from a book I found at a rummage sale about Kurt Cobain. He seemed to fit right there. On this page, I made a little pocket out of this tea packet. And some play money. Pictures from a bird magazine. This page came together really fast. I just kind of did the whole thing in one sitting, and I was happy with the way it flows and the way that the colors go together. Here you can see the deli paper showing through that I used for to make my signatures. I think this page needs something more. I want to put something right here, but I haven't found the right thing yet. That sailboat came from an old greeting card, and I really liked how it looked with these colors. The last signature was the first signature that I did, and I probably spent a lot more time on it. And then I decided to go ahead and put the whole book together and added this signature at the end. I did like working in the book better, but it was kind of fun to do it this way too. These pages I also added a little bit of stamping to. Not so much on this page, but some of the others I did. This page looked pretty wild and colorful, so I thought maybe adding some white splatters would help tone it down, but I don't think it did. I stuck a little picture of my mom in there. I like the way this page looks. I like the colors. I like the little pigs here and the hand with the hands. These pictures were cut from travel brochures, I think. Picture from a fashion magazine. I like the geometric shapes and the black and white. This was from the same magazine. I didn't do a whole lot to this page, but I think I like the way it looks without a lot of stuff on it. This was some paper towels that I put some paints on, and I've had these for a long time. This was a stamp that I made out of a piece of that foam stuff, fun foam or whatever. This was a doily. I got the fun foam really hot, then I pressed the doily onto it, and it left a pattern, and it kind of makes a nice stamp. I got that idea from Sagita. This page is kind of jumbled. Same with this one. But I like the colors. This is kind of a dark page. Some more of that paper towel that I added paint to, which I liked the way those colors looked, and it sort of looks like a stormy sky. And I found this guy in a magazine. I added a little piece of vellum embellishment to him to kind of make it look like he has a big long feather on his hat. Of course, the Dalai Lama, he kind of seemed to fit in here. These are all black and white pictures from that Life magazine book. I remember this picture, very famous, with the people wearing those 3D glasses. And the last page. And there's another one of George W.'s portraits. That's it. Oh, and before I go, just want to mention, if you get a chance to get the Flow book for paper lovers, oh my gosh, I got one last week at Barnes & Noble. It was kind of expensive, but I'm going to write it off as a business expense because I do make and sell journals and notepads, so I figure I'll be able to use this stuff in my books. Thanks for watching.